Welcome to the weekly wrap only on KENS 5+. I'm your host, Vanessa Croy, in for Audrey Castoreno. Let's get to your biggest stories of the week. At number 5, the Prince of Darkness and lead singer Ozzy Osbourne has died at the age of 76. The three-time Grammy Award winner sold more than 100 million records and is considered one of the greatest singers of all time by Rolling Stone. In a statement, his family said he was with his family and surrounded by love when he died. In 2019, Ozzy was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease and lost his ability to walk. He played his last concert in Birmingham earlier this month. Coming in at number 4, Malcolm Jamal Warner, who co-starred in the classic sitcom The Cosby Show, has died. Warner drowned over the weekend in Costa Rica during a family vacation. He was swimming in the ocean when the force of the current overwhelmed him. The New Jersey native became a household name for his role as Bill Cosby's son, Theo Huxtable, from 1984 through 1992. He went on to star in other acting roles. Warner also won a Grammy in 2015 for his song, Jesus Children. Warner was 54 years old. And many of us understand how important it is to protect our teeth. And as KENS 5's Jeremy Baker reports, knowing how to protect them is one thing, but doing something about it is another.
A survey by the American Association of Endodontists found that more than 2 in 5 adults will only go to the dentist if they're experiencing pain in their mouth. That means many people don't take all of the necessary steps to keep their oral health in tip-top shape.
But the disconnect here is that almost 90% of the patients that we surveyed recognize the importance of saving their natural teeth and how important that is for their overall health.
Being proactive is key in preventing larger problems like a root canal, a cavity, or losing teeth completely.
People need to get into a routine. They need to be consistent about their brushing. They need to be consistent about flossing.
According to the CDC, about 2 out of every 3 adults in the U.S. visit the dentist every year. The National Institutes of Health report 1 out of every 3 people suffer from dental anxiety, and that about 7 out of every 10 people say their quality of life is affected by their oral health. The Prime Dental Group says people avoid the dentist out of fear or anxiety, lack of time, embarrassment over their oral health, lack of money, or they simply forgot. Pain is another big reason people dig dropping their dental practitioner.
Patients thought it was painful, but the reality is nowadays we have new techniques, new technology, we have better local anesthetics, and it allows us to perform treatment almost pain-free.
The survey also looked at millennials and Gen Z and found that only half will go to the dentist if they're experiencing pain in their mouth. For more results of the survey, we have a link with this story on KENS5.com. Jeremy Baker, KENS 5.
More of your top stories when the weekly wrap comes back after this.
Go ahead. Take a look at the faces of San Antonio Zone. When you look into their eyes, you see passion, you see hard work, you see familia. Generations of people who embody a rich culture of respect, honor, and originality. We're all in San Antonio, but more importantly, San Antonio is in us. It's what makes us special. It's why we're proud to be San Antonio's own.
A broken vehicle fixed after 5 months of no help.
KENS 5 made it 100% better.
A busted windshield fixed after getting the runaround from a contractor.
And you guys did it. Y'all were amazing.
A much-needed tax refund this man couldn't access. Yep, fixed.
KENS 5 actually helped me out quite a lot, actually.
Have a consumer problem you can't solve? Call KENS. Weekdays at 6 on KENS 5.
Got a problem, call KENS. They will solve the problem.
My name is Sue Kalberg, and I am a journalist for KENS 5 for 22 years. I think it's been an awesome privilege to be able to work in the town that I grew up in. My uncle, Rex Stanley, was the very first guy hired at KENS 5. From the beginning, I said, you can get paid for that? Let me in. It fills my heart to be a part of the KENS family, because the KENS family is the San Antonio family. I am San Antonio's own Sue Kalberg.
We want to get to breaking news right now.
Here, let me show you the police activity. New insight into a deadly police shooting.
We just got an update from fire officials. We'll continue to keep you updated.
Stream extended coverage live or on demand right here on KENS 5+.
Welcome back to the weekly wrap at number 3 in our countdown. The deadly July 4th floods was the focus of state lawmakers in Austin as Senate and House committees asked tough questions, trying to find answers if more could have been done to prevent the loss of life. Both the House and Senate listened to testimony this week from officials who responded to the flooding disaster, where more than 130 lives were lost earlier in the month. They're looking for guidance on how to best proceed with new flood legislation. Other flood-related topics lawmakers are set to address: flood warning systems, emergency communications, disaster preparedness, and relief funding for affected communities. And coming in at number 2, state leaders also weighing the future of THC. Senate Bill 5 does not explicitly say it's a full ban on THC in Texas, but business owners say it might as well be. The bill allows only CBD and CBG products. Those are the non-intoxicating compounds. The bill criminalizes everything else. Governor Greg Abbott vetoed the THC ban passed during the regular session. And while he hasn't weighed in on the Senate's bill specifically, in a statement he said hemp products should be banned for those under the age of 21. And adults should be able to access heavily regulated, non-intoxicating levels of hemp. A graduate of IDEA South Flores College Prep is packing her bags and heading east. She's the first student at the campus to ever be accepted into Harvard. But as KENS 5's Audrey Castoreno found, it was her journey up to this point that makes her a kid who makes San Antonio great.
Here with a special college acceptance update from the class of 2025. Hi, my name is Sarah Johnston and I got accepted to Brown, Dartmouth, and this fall I'll be attending Harvard University.
A first-of-its-kind acceptance at IDEA South Flores College Preparatory.
In our first ever Harvard University acceptance, she received...
It's a huge accomplishment. I never would have thought that I would have gotten into Harvard.
Videos of Sarah Johnston opening her acceptance emails with her school counselors going viral.
Oh my God!
Sarah is an amazing example of the best of IDEA and the best of our students in the city. She's a first-generation college student, and so having her as a role model for our students and for students across the city is so important.
Sarah facing many of the same challenges her peers have on her journey to college acceptance.
It's just my mom and I, and there's been a lot of times where we've struggled a lot, and I've just had to learn how to manage and work through that, and I think it's really built my own awareness of finances and about just how to support myself. And I know that's common for a lot of my classmates as well. Pushing forward to go to college has been just a huge moment for me because it's me accomplishing my dreams that I never would have imagined.
Dreams spoken and signed. The deaf community also cheering her on online.
Growing up, both of my parents were deaf. Seeing the challenges that they face on the daily with discrimination and with how they had grown up with not really a great education, I think seeing the challenges that they faced has really inspired me to push through my education because I see the value in it.
This CODA, or child of deaf adult, realizing the long days and nights leading up to this moment are more than just hers.
Just seeing the Facebook post with all the comments on there, I've seen so many comments from other CODAs and from other deaf people, and they're encouraging me and they're saying like how proud they are of me, and it just makes me emotional to think about how I get to be a representative and I'm gonna cry. I don't wanna cry in this interview. I know it's something that I'm gonna carry with me for a really long time, and just having that video of me telling my mom, I'll hold it forever.
Audrey Castoreno, KENS 5.
Congratulations to Sarah as she begins her new journey. And stay with us, we'll be right back.
Go ahead, take a look at the faces of San Antonio Zone. When you look into their eyes, you see passion, you see hard work, you see familia, generations of people who embody a rich culture of respect, honor, and originality. We're all in San Antonio, but more importantly, San Antonio is in us. It's what makes us special. It's why we're proud to be San Antonio's own.
talked to this police officers, and she told me to call KENS 5.
Every week, KENS 5 is looking out for San Antonio's own.
The next day after you left, they sent a professional AC guy, and my AC's working now.
If you've been wronged by someone,
it was shocking. Clearly something went wrong.
Or a business,
I couldn't believe it was happening.
Just call KENS. Weekdays at 6, only on KENS 5.
I got my vehicle back. I'm rolling again, so call KENS 5 to help you if you need help too.
Born and raised on the northwest side of San Antonio, Texas. Generations of my family have been from this part of Texas. I have Fiesta roots, I have Spurs roots, I have Texas Fighter roots. Played basketball at Clark. Basketball was a huge part of my life for 16 years. My comfort dish, a plate of chilaquiles with salsa verde. I grew up watching KENS 5. I am who I am because of this beautiful city. I hope that they can find a sense of pride knowing that their creation is helping deliver them the most important news of the day. I'm Alicia Nieves, and I'm proud to be from this beautiful city.
If you want a meal that will make you say,
so good!
That is fantastic.
Catch Neighborhood Eats, where we find the best local restaurants. Streaming now on KENS 5 Plus.
Welcome back to the Weekly Wrap. Since the 1950s, James Avery and Camp Mystic have shared a close bond. Girls who enjoyed summers at Camp Mystic collected charms to remind them of the good times they had there. And now, as Jason Allen shows us, those same charms are helping to keep alive memories of the Camp Mystic girls, as well as many other victims lost on the 4th of July.
So this is the heart of what we do here in manufacturing.
Christina Zavala, the senior production manager, walked us through the James Avery workshop in Kerrville, Texas.
This is actually a design from archive.
After James Avery started making these silver and gold charms in the 1950s, his mother-in-law connected him with Camp Mystic, where she worked. Each summer, campers would pick out a charm before they went home.
It's the activities that they may have done or the cabin that they may have stayed in. And over time, they build these charm bracelets that really reflect their experience at camp.
CEO John McCullough told us it became a tradition shared by generations of girls. After the floods hit those camps this month, Maurice Dubois was with a father at Camp Mystic who was looking through the mud for his daughter's bracelet.
She had her charm bracelet laid out, and she's been asking about that a lot.
It's like a needle in a haystack situation.
Yeah.
His daughter Olivia survived the flood.
What did you feel on that day when this happened? You personally?
Yeah. I wanted to be in my CEO role, but it was also affecting me, you know, on a personal level at some point. Not knowing the extent, not knowing which people might have been directly impacted.
The company decided to help relief efforts by donating all the proceeds from one of its charms, deep in the heart of Texas. They had an 8-month supply. It sold out in 5 hours.
They quickly asked, can we work overtime? Do we need to work extended hours? We'll do whatever it takes.
Orders are still pouring in, many with requests for engraving.
So they want a date on this one.
They
want the July 4th date.
July 4th, 25.
Oh.
They are now polishing and packaging orders for as many as 60,000 charms. Each one a tiny reminder people can carry with them and keep Texas close to their heart.
Jason Allen, CBS News, Kerrville, Texas.
And now to your #1 story this week. Kerrville city leaders now facing a challenging task: how to pay for millions of dollars in damage and cleanup efforts. That could mean raising property taxes up to 8%. In Texas, local leaders could increase property taxes by up to 3.5% without a vote. But because there's a disaster declaration, they can go up to 8%. This week, City Council voted to allow the tax assessor to calculate how much a hike could help in flood recovery. County commissioners approved the same resolution last week. Kerrville Mayor Joe Herring insists it doesn't mean there will be a hike, but some folks just aren't buying it.
I pay taxes. Everyone here pays taxes. I don't want my taxes to go up. Also, I didn't want a flood to come down the river and kill 120 people.
Property taxes are expense to people. They're not revenue to the government, they're expense to people. And the young people that were talking about it, any slight raise of taxes means housing costs us more.
It's important to note the county and city have not officially proposed or approved a property tax hike. City leaders will continue the discussion during a budget workshop next Tuesday. And thank you for joining us in this week's episode of Weekly Wrap on KENS 5 Plus. We'll see you next week.